Despite the criticism this game received at launch, I personally love the game. I beat it on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, I had a lot of bugs. So the main question is, how are the bugs in the PC version? I'll tell you what, I'll just show you.
What you running for?
Just run around!
Oh, he's still out!
So good news. In just over 50 hours of gameplay, and you heard me correct, 50 hours, that is the extent of the bugs I encountered in the game. Those weren't the only bugs, but it was the extent of the bugs. So basically the shit you were just looking at happened several times throughout my playthrough, but nothing beyond that. No game crashes, no falling through the map. So overall, it was a much smoother experience than what I encountered on the PlayStation 4 Pro. So that's very good. I forgot there was some very irritating shit in this game. So there's these world record breaking snipers located all over this world, and they will snipe you from 30 miles away. They do not miss. I don't care if you're driving full blast with the nitrous on, they're gonna hit you. So just kiss your ass goodbye if you see the red laser. You know what, that's not true. Sometimes you can't avoid it. But for the most part, they are hitting you. The guys that set ropes up across the street. The thing about this world is it's such a beautiful world, and cruising on your bike through this open, beautiful world, I'm just kicking back, relaxing. I'm not trying to worry about a rope across the street clotheslining my ass where it would cut me in half if it were real life. But that's neither here nor there. It's very irritating. It happened about 15 times throughout my entire playthrough, each. So 15 sniper times, 15 across the road rope times. And it was about 14 times too many apiece. Okay? Very, very irritating. I really wish they would have cut down on that shit. First time it's like, oh my god, I forgot they did this. And then after that, it's like, oh my, can I just freaking chill? Can I drive on my bike and have a good time? This world is this is probably one of the most enjoyable open world games for me. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it competes with the likes of Red Dead 2, but me personally, the open world, the sense of ownership you get with your bike and cruising through this open world, it was just a very relaxing experience for me. Going from point A to point B, it was just relaxing, is the best way I can put it. Let's talk about the combat. Now, the human AI is not the brightest. They will literally kill themselves right in front of you.
Hey, you like chaos? Ah, you like shifting up fucked up?
Now, that isn't Days Gone's biggest offender. Days Gone's biggest offender is the reticles. So, when you shoot, your reticles space out, as you can so clearly see. But when you're using your handguns, so check this out. When you use your handgun, if you move, the circle opens. If you stand still, it closes, and it closes slowly. This makes for some very inaccurate headshots as time goes on, especially when zombies are coming at you at a ferocious pace. You just end up missing a lot of shots where your reticle is over their head. I would have much rather seen a dot. Now, they do give you a handgun that combats this, but it's not until the end of the game, and you got to do some pretty heavy grinding to get the gun. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're seeing all these headshots, and you're thinking, but you're making the headshots no problem. And that's what I wanted to talk about. We're not talking about the rifles, even though you will miss shots with a rifle that you feel like you're hitting. There's perks for the rifle. You unlock better accuracy with skill points, and there's skill points that go across the board. Melee attacks, ranged weapons, and survival skills. And you get skill points and you put them into those trees. But anyways, there's nothing for the handgun. So throughout the entire game, and I enjoy using the handguns, don't get me wrong, it's satisfying to get the headshots, even with the handguns, just you miss a lot of shots. But anyways, I want to get into the keyboard and the mouse usage. I played about 95% of this game with the keyboard and mouse. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, gaming bliss. People, I had an absolute, did you just see it? Did you see it? Out of the air. I had an absolute blast playing this game with a keyboard and mouse. The accuracy, the pinpoint precision. And that's where I want to talk about optimization. This game is very, very well optimized. Now, I did get stutters throughout the game, but I think I'm going to chop that up to my shitty processor. I got a Ryzen 2700X. It's not overclocked. It's just outdated and trash. And I get some pretty shitty performance on most of my games that I play now. But this played very smooth for the most part. I stayed around 90 to 100 frames. It's a very well optimized experience. Now, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the frames are in the top right of the corner. I ran it at 1440p, high settings across the board. Now, this game uses focus. You have the max pane focus. I believe I used it maybe twice. I had to use it on this section here because these wolves took away all my power with one shot. After that, boom, I was dead. So I had to use my focus on this scene. I don't remember using my focus again after that. Focus to me is literally worthless in this game. So to me, it's a throwaway. You might like it. I don't know. That's personal preference, I guess. But if you do like focus, there's good news because there's Nero checkpoints where you can upgrade your focus. You can also upgrade your health and your stamina. So if you like the slow-mo effect, you can keep upgrading it to where it stays slow-mode longer. Me, personally, I upgraded the stamina fully before I started dumping any points into health because stamina to me is the most important because you're going to be going up against these zombies. I played the game on hard. I would recommend probably if you're decent at shooters, I probably played it a little bit harder, like hard 2. There's lots of difficulty settings. Hard was a little bit easy. I was only challenged one time by those wolves. You know what? That's not true. The last horde, which I uploaded a video of, that part was kind of difficult, but I was trying to do something special with that video. If you click that video and look at the top comment, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, the zombies are definitely a highlight of the game. They're fast, they're ferocious, they come at you. It's just awesome, man. I love the game. I love taking on these camps. The story it's good and it's bad. Like, I really liked the first half. The second half was very annoying. They made a very poor decision, I think, at the end. They kind of, and I'm not going to do any spoilers here, but they kind of take control away when you want it the most. And that was a very poor design choice. But all in all, I'm going to stick with my score of an 8 out of 10. It's a little rough around the edges, but overall, it's a beautiful world. I love the shooting. I love the sound effects. I enjoyed the story. The voice acting is top notch some of the time. A lot of times when you're rescuing a hostage or something like that and it doesn't go into a cutscene, that voice acting is very sketchy. But the main story voice acting is excellent. There's high production qualities at work here. A lot of work and care and love went into this game. It's a solid 8 out of 10. I know I already said it, but if you're on the fence about this game, I'd recommend giving it a try. I had to point out the flaws because for some people, especially that reticle deal, that's game breaking. My man Vic dropped the game. My son installed it after seeing the horde, and he dropped it because of the reticle. He's very irritated that he keeps missing his headshots. But anyways, me personally, this is my second time beating it. That's 50 hours. I did 40 hours on the PS4 Pro. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I love this game. I started a new playthrough and I'm playing it through now on the hardest difficulty. It takes away the HUD completely. Super immersive. Super enjoyable. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you heard everything you needed to hear. And you now know whether or not you want to buy the game. I will holler at you later.